In the opening scene, there are discussions about survival and receiving a message from Mewka about meeting at the speaker's chamber the next day. This seems to be related to forging an ancient name, and everyone is advised to get good rest for this special moment. The narrative shifts to talk about a homeland that has become distant and ongoing flames of war. Despite the bloodshed, there is a promise of deliverance to a better place, showing hope remains even in difficult times. The morning brings concerns about nightmares and nervousness regarding an upcoming final battle. The focus turns to a meeting with Mewka and discussions about forging an ancient name, which should take about 3 days to complete. A meeting takes place with Mewka, Shalonin, and Saint Lally. They discuss the Pilgrim's Chronicle and its role in forging the ancient name. The process usually requires extracting memories from ley lines, but the Lord of the Night's records allow them to skip this step. The conversation turns to concerns about safety and the importance of mental fortitude in the Night Kingdom. The sacred flame is mentioned as a source of fighting spirit, and there are discussions about the role of encouragement and support in the upcoming battle. During the 3-day waiting period, there are suggestions to help with rebuilding, but rest is recommended instead. The final battle is described as extremely important, representing the culmination of life's work. Some choose to spend the time painting and practicing new skills. Plans are made for a grand feast as a proper send-off before the important mission. The celebration includes promises of abundant food, including meat, fruits, vegetables, desserts, and drinks, creating excitement among the participants. The group extends an invitation to the Archon to join the feast. Despite initial hesitation about protocol, the Archon agrees to attend as an ordinary person, expressing a desire not to change the casual atmosphere of the celebration. The feast preparations become larger than expected, with an overwhelming amount of food and deliveries arriving. This showcases the widespread support and gratitude from the people of Natlan for the upcoming mission. There is a poignant revelation about Auntie Atea's passing after a tribal attack. She is remembered as a hero who remained concerned for her tribe until her final moments. Her memory lives on through gatherings like this feast, which she used to organize. A group is having a discussion about honoring Auntie Atea's memory. Rather than mourning with tears, they decide to carry on her legacy by hosting one of the parties she was known for organizing. Everyone is encouraged to help with the preparations, except for Chief Amina and some special guests. A solution is proposed for handling excess supplies. The suggestion involves inviting supply deliverers to join the gathering and extending invitations to the senders. They decide the speaker's chamber will purchase and redistribute any leftover supplies appropriately. The approach emphasizes using logic and reason to find the right solution. Discussion shifts to tribal rebuilding efforts. The speaker's chamber will take over the work with a focused task force and handle communications with the Fatui regarding medical doses. Patient records need to be compiled to facilitate the transition since the worst of the situation has passed. Chaska is found by the water, using fishing as a way to find peace. A conversation reveals Chaska's struggle with grief over Kouichi and feeling responsible for their adoptive parents. They are advised that grief isn't something to be measured and that they don't need to try to replace their lost sibling. The conversation turns to remembering fallen heroes from the battle that consumed Natlan. Work is being done to identify unknown casualties among both humans and Saurians, emphasizing the importance of preserving the memory of these heroes and respecting their sacrifices. Updates are shared about current activities, including monitoring the Night Kingdom's troubled ley lines. Discussions about heroism and finding one's place lead to reflections on personal growth and living in the present moment, rather than waiting for future inspiration. Preparations for a feast are underway when chaos erupts in the kitchen. a character named Ahau causes trouble with an ice bucket, leading to a chase and eventual resolution where they are assigned to help with kitchen duties as punishment. After the feast, conversations turn to shared experiences of meaningful dreams. Multiple people describe vivid dreams of lost loved ones, including Auntie Atea, village elders, and fallen family members. These dreams felt unusually real to all who experienced them. An explanation is provided about the dreams, linking them to a special night war powered by the divine throne. This power revitalized souls and memories in the Night Kingdom, allowing the deceased to appear in dreams. However, one person's dream about the captain is suggested to be different, possibly a vision of the future. A ritual is proposed to interpret the dreamscape, requiring the dreamer's cooperation. The process involves special incense making and careful preparation to ensure privacy and effectiveness. The ritual begins with the participant falling into a brief sleep state for observation. The conversation begins with a discussion about Guthred, a military doctor who developed the draft of lucidity, a drug for treating hallucinations. Records from 500 years ago describe him as cold and decisive, quite different from the captain in terms of their sense of justice, though both were formidable warriors. The captain is revealed to be Thrain, a legendary hero of Natlan, though few make this connection. Guthred is also renowned in Natlan history for sacrificing himself for the nation. A mysterious connection exists between Guthred and the captain, possibly involving souls, though ordinary people typically cannot carry other souls. The group decides to focus on their main mission of saving Natlan rather than investigating the captain further, though they agree to have officials monitor him. They acknowledge that while the captain may have hidden motives, there are more pressing concerns at hand. A celebratory gathering concludes with thanks to the 5.3 Archon and Traveler. Everyone begins dispersing to their various duties, some heading to the stadium, others to clean up, and some returning home to family. The mood is lighthearted despite the serious responsibilities ahead. Reminiscing about their first arrival in Natlan, the group recalls meeting Kouichi and Mewka before the pilgrimage. They discuss how far they've come since then, from saving others from the Night Kingdom to preparing for the final battle ahead. The conversation shifts to Toto, who was injured defending his territory during a battle. Though initially thought to be territorial aggression, it is suggested that Toto's actions stemmed from love for his home and desire to share it with others, demonstrating how love can sometimes lead to painful choices. The group encounters Hanwi, who appears worried. The scene transitions to a discussion about Io, whose grandparents died in battle against the Abyss. Io is struggling to cope with the loss, showing symptoms similar to abyssal corrosion syndrome. They decide to treat Io with a small dose of medicine, being careful due to potential differences in how it might affect Osorians. The treatment proves successful, bringing relief to everyone involved and demonstrating the medicine's effectiveness. The experience leads to reflection on taking things for granted and the impermanence of life. The journey has taught valuable lessons about protecting loved ones and moving forward without regrets. The conversation ends with expressions of gratitude and commitment to continued growth and training. A casual dinner invitation is extended, including an offer to stay overnight. There is some hesitation about accepting, showing consideration about not wanting to impose. The interaction highlights how relationships have developed during the journey through Natlan, despite the relatively short time knowing each other. A discussion reveals that Shilohen is working diligently on finalizing an ancient name. The name has been challenging to create, causing some delays. There is playful banter about potentially rushing to finish in time for a barbecue feast, though this turns out to be just teasing since the feast is already over. The ancient name Tumaini is revealed, meaning hope. It is described as a light guiding through darkness, similar to stars or moon. This name is significant as it emerged from the River of Souls and will develop meaning through the bearer's journey. While the name has been successfully forged, an important final test remains to ensure the name accepts its bearer and functions properly. This situation is unprecedented, as an Outlander has never received an ancient name before. The process requires checking the soul's connection to the ley lines. Concerns surface about the upcoming final battle. Despite having an ancient name, the Ode of Resurrection only works with victory, and there are worries about the Pyro Archon's fate pointing toward death. These serious matters are discussed over dinner. The final test begins, creating beautiful light similar to the Spirit Speaker Stone. The connection to the ley lines appears strong, with the Lord of the Night accepting both the name and its bearer. The soul's presence is notably powerful, matching the Lord of the Night. Unexpected soul-like beings appear during the ritual. While initially dismissed as a normal occurrence, the unusual number of souls raises concern. These are revealed to be lost souls unable to return to the Night Kingdom, drawn by the powerful connection established during the test. A touching encounter occurs with Zitlali, a hero from the Scions of the Canopy. Their story of sacrifice during a battle is revealed, where they stayed behind to help others escape. Despite their heroic actions, they were rejected by the Night Kingdom due to damaged ley lines. A heartfelt conversation unfolds about saving souls and finding haven. Despite facing criticism, there is hope for redemption and a wish that all souls may find peace and home in this land. A promise is made to protect the ley lines, recognizing those who fight for others as true heroes. A soul desperately seeks to return home to the Night Kingdom, but learns it is impossible. The passage of time has sealed their fate, leading to feelings of punishment and despair. This soul, having overflowed from the Night Kingdom, can no longer return, reaching their physical and emotional limits. The situation grows dire as the ley lines become overwhelmed and the Lord of the Night loses strength. A soul questions their identity and purpose, experiencing absolute helplessness in their final moments. Despite attempts to help, the situation appears increasingly hopeless. A touching interaction occurs with Zitlali, whose name is praised for its beauty. However, the moment is overshadowed by the corruption of the Abyss, which has begun to affect souls from within. Even returning to the Night Kingdom would worsen the situation. A touching family reunion occurs as Io reconnects with his grandparents' souls. The grandparents' singing helps Io finally sleep peacefully, though their time together is limited. Despite warnings about disappearing, they choose to stay with Io, accepting their fate. The plan to save souls involves removing abyssal power from the Night Kingdom, allowing the Pyro Archon to restore the ley lines. However, the Night Kingdom cannot accept foreign souls, making it impossible for Conrian souls to enter, leading to questions about the captain's mysterious intentions. A philosophical reflection on facing truth and reality, regardless of whether it brings happiness or pain. Despite limitations in helping souls, focus turns to addressing the root problem with the ley lines. The Pyro Archon awaits to receive an ancient name and begin the final battle. The traveler receives the ancient name Tumaini, meaning hope. The Pyro Archon shares this significant moment with the people, explaining how this name represents their trust and kinship. This marks the first time an Outlander receives an ancient name in their land. A rallying cry unites the people as they prepare for the final battle against the Abyss. The speech acknowledges their shared suffering while inspiring hope for victory. The unity of Natlan is emphasized with the powerful declaration that no one fights alone. At the Night Kingdom, final preparations begin for the ultimate confrontation. The sacred flame enables communication, but warns of the Abyss power to corrupt minds. Friends gather to offer support and blessings before the challenging journey ahead. Various tribes and friends express their support and honor for the upcoming battle. They discuss preserving the traveler's story for future generations and share hopes for peaceful times ahead, including simple pleasures like visiting hot springs together. Final blessings are given as preparations conclude. Dreams and visions of trusted partners reinforce the belief in victory. The hero is recognized as someone special, destined to defeat the darkness and create a new miracle for this era. The scene opens with words of encouragement and well wishes before a major battle. The Children of Echoes offer their blessing, acknowledging the bravery required for the upcoming challenge. Despite the power of the Abyss, there is hope since it has been defeated before. Nipiko expresses gratitude for previously being helped to recover her real name. She offers her blessing for the dangerous mission ahead, making a heartfelt promise to celebrate together in the future. The tribe pledges to welcome back with festivities after victory. Representatives from distant lands arrive to offer blessings and respect. A prophetic dream reveals that the hero will shine through the mist, with nature itself responding to their will. However, there is tension between the nurturing aspects of Natlan and the destructive nature of the Abyss. Deep reflections on life, death, and legacy are shared. The importance of preserving memories and the marks left on the world is emphasized. The Flower Feather clan gathers to wish for clear skies and freedom, recognizing that peace is finally within reach. A touching story unfolds about family reconciliation and finding new sources of happiness within the tribe. Personal growth and the commitment to supporting others in future challenges are highlighted, showing how past experiences can lead to positive change. Battle strategy is discussed, involving splitting up to tackle different objectives. One group will search for and destroy an important core, while others head to the enemy lair. The entire nation of Natlan stands in support of this mission. An emotional reunion occurs with someone from 500 years ago, discussing past promises and shared memories. A paper frog and architecture manual survive through generations, preserving connections across time. The conversation reveals dedication to helping others above personal needs. The battle begins with strategic observations about protected abyssalons and the need to deal with monsters first. Various combat sequences unfold, showcasing different abilities and coordinated attacks. Nipiko returns to share a story about reconciliation with her mother through a dream, demonstrating how past mistakes can be redeemed through positive actions. The power gained from this understanding helps in the current battle. Malco joins the fight, recalling their previous meeting during Kachina's rescue. The souls of the Night Kingdom have been revitalized, and Malco offers to help navigate the abyss-corroded path ahead, proving to be a capable warrior ally. Various warriors demonstrate their skills and dedication to the cause, emphasizing how everyone has their own important role in this historic moment. There is a revelation about a historical figure from Natlan who was once a second-in-command warrior. This person fought against the Abyss 500 years ago and made the ultimate sacrifice in battle. The shamans preserved their story on a special woven scroll, making them a well-known figure in Natlan history. Through fragmented memories, it becomes clear this historical figure was quite different from their noble commander. Rather than being righteous, they were aggressive and harsh, believing this approach to be more effective. This caused frequent disagreements between them and their commander. The narrative shifts to a current mission where leyline limitations prevent further progress. However, the souls of the Night Kingdom offer their support. The traveler is praised as special and encouraged to continue through the darkness, fighting not just for Natlan, but for all those who were lost to the Abyss. An epic battle unfolds as warriors embark on a mission for their people's wishes. The The fight represents a continuous cycle of struggle and sacrifice for a greater dream. The warriors show incredible determination despite facing seemingly insurmountable odds. Victory is achieved with no signs of abyssal corruption remaining. The Pyro Archon is safe, and the triumph is celebrated. This marks a major success in the battle against the Abyss, proving that even the most challenging opponents can be overcome. A formal celebration ceremony is announced to honor the triumph over the Abyss. The victory marks the end of Natlan's long struggle, and the hero receives the ancient name Tumaini. This achievement signals the end of the Night Warden Wars and the need for the Ode of Resurrection. The hero receives special feathered accessories as symbols of their bravery and strength. These gifts mark them as a role model for all of Natlan. Chaska, a distinguished warrior, performs the honor of presenting these meaningful tokens of recognition. The celebration continues with a parade of blessings where crowds gather to honor the hero. People excitedly take pictures and request autographs, wanting to preserve memories of this historic moment. The atmosphere is filled with joy and gratitude as Natlan celebrates their newfound peace and their legendary hero. A lively photo booth and autograph session is taking place during the Parade of Blessings. Enthusiastic fans are lining up to get photos and autographs, following instructions to maintain order. The atmosphere is super exciting as everyone wants to capture this special moment with photos and signatures. A messenger from the Scions of the Canopy arrives to discuss the ancient name Tumaini and its hidden meaning. The revelation of the mantra marks complete acceptance by Natlan's Leyline, which is totally epic and gets everyone super hyped up. The crowd erupts in celebration, chanting Tumaini. The celebration continues with dancing and music. Everyone joins in the festivities, creating an awesome party vibe. The Parade of Blessings concludes with thunderous applause and cheering, giving a proper hero's welcome that is totally deserved after facing such major risks. Some concerning news emerges about Mewka. Despite the disaster being over, visions show her fate remains unchanged. This revelation leads to questions about her plans to restore the Night Kingdom, which turns out to be way more complicated than initially thought. The situation with the Laylines and Lord of the Night is seriously complex. The search leads to Cinder City, built on an ancient dragon city site. It's a super tricky location to reach, with creepy eyes watching from above, believed to belong to the ruler of death. The atmosphere is getting intense as they rush to reach their destination. The ruler of death appears, ready to witness Mewka's sacrifice as payment for using their power. This marks the end of a 1,000-year war, but also reveals Mewka's plan to restore the Night Kingdom by sacrificing herself to sustain the sacred flame, a major plot twist that could affect everything. The plan involves using Mewka's strong life force to power the sacred flame for centuries. It's a huge sacrifice meant to protect against future threats and change the meaning of the pilgrimage. The goal is to transform Natlan from a nation of war into one focused on competition and dreams. A deep discussion unfolds about leadership and sacrifice. Mewka explains that being a leader means making tough choices for the greater good, even when the options aren't great. It's all about trust and doing what's best for the people, no matter how hard it might be. Just when everything seems set for the sacrifice, there's another wild twist. Someone else wants to join the ceremony. The ruler of death must wait for this mystery person, adding drama to an already intense situation. The stakes are super high as this new development could change everything. A profound discussion begins about duty and responsibility. The conversation centers around helping humanity and placing their needs first, regardless of who they might be. This sets up the philosophical foundation for the major decisions that follow. An intense dialogue unfolds about sacrifice and destiny. Someone named Mewka is seeking death, but is being offered an alternative solution. The discussion reveals deep emotional stakes and competing visions for the future. A shocking revelation emerges about special technology from Conria that modified someone's heart to store souls and memories from the ley lines. This person has been carrying countless souls for 500 years, showing incredible sacrifice and determination. The plan involves becoming master of the ley lines by merging with the Lord of the Night. This would allow changing the rules entirely and challenge the authority of Death's ruler. The motivation stems from a curse of immortality. Recognition is given for bravery and honor, with the title of Sentinel Knight being granted. This marks a pivotal moment acknowledging sacrifice and dedication to protecting Conri's glory and dignity. The aftermath reveals the captain remains bound by the curse of immortality. This sacrifice brings peace, but at a tremendous personal cost, being forever bound to one place as the price of helping others find rest. The conversation shifts to reflecting on life, purpose, and gratitude. Deep insights are shared about the value of time and existence, with a newfound appreciation for the gift of life emerging from previous cynicism. A touching letter describes Natlan's transformation to peace. The pilgrimage continues, but now celebrates competition rather than war. The culture evolves beyond suffering as people begin exploring beyond their borders. A memorial service honors all who died in the war. The speech emphasizes how their sacrifice led to victory and revival. Their memory lives on through legends and poems, celebrating the nation's spirit and resilience. A sequence of dramatic exclamations expressing frustration about unrecognized heroism and demands for respect unfolds, showing someone eager for acknowledgement of their accomplishments. The tone shifts between self-importance and indignation, reflecting an interesting dynamic between pride and perceived disrespect. The restoration of ley lines and strengthening of the Lord of the Night has opened up exciting travel opportunities for Natlan residents. Friends enthusiastically discuss potential trips to various locations, like Fontaine's Ocean and Liyue's impressive melons. They agree to first visit the hot springs together to become lifelong hot springs buddies. A touching conversation reveals Kouichi's helpful actions in the Night Kingdom. Despite some apparent family tension between sisters, there's gratitude expressed for bringing news. Natlan's bright future is credited to recent heroic actions, with promises of continued support moving forward. The intense experience of Gwithred's soul possession is described, highlighting the captain's incredible strength in carrying multiple souls for centuries. His death, while sad, is viewed as potentially bringing him peace after his long burden. The legacy of heroic deeds will be preserved through generations, serving as inspiration during future challenges. There's pride in earning a place in history and starting a new chapter for Natlan, with promises of continued alliance and protection from the sacred flame. A discussion about the Abyss reveals its corrupting nature and conflict with the heavenly principles that protect Teyvat. The strict enforcement of these principles, while necessary, has created ongoing cycles of sorrow and hatred, suggesting deeper complexities beyond simple right and wrong. Important revelations about the captain's honorable actions emerge through a letter showing his respect for dual outcomes and principles. Warnings about future conflicts with the Fatui are shared, along with intel about ancient moon remnants and mysterious powers in Nodkri. A storyteller begins sharing a tale about three great heroes: a brave outlander known as the Traveler, another outlander who carried fallen comrades' souls, and Archon Mewka with the power of resurrection. The story captures the attention of eager young listeners. The narrative continues with dramatic events including darkened skies, the sacred flame's extinction, and Gasoyot's appearance. The community's unity is shown through their collective singing of the Ode of Resurrection, emphasizing themes of light emerging from darkness. The story concludes to enthusiastic responses from children who immediately begin play-acting the characters, particularly competing to play Tumaini. Their excitement demonstrates how these recent events have already become legendary among Natlan's youth.